Tana Mongeau thought she had seen it all. Scandals, chaos, betrayal. She built her entire empire surviving the impossible, but nothing could prepare her for what happened live, in front of millions. Because on one ordinary night, during one ordinary episode, Brooke Schofield slipped. Just a few careless words, spoken too fast, revealed too much. And in that exact moment, Tana realized the truth. Her expression changed, the energy shifted, and the audience knew they had just witnessed something that could never be undone. This wasn't just drama. This was the beginning of the end. To understand why that slip-up mattered so much, you have to go back to the beginning. The canceled podcast wasn't just another influencer project. It was a phenomenon. Tana Mongeau, already one of the most controversial creators of her generation, decided to turn her reputation into her greatest weapon. She named the show Cancelled, as if daring the internet to try again, knowing full well that the brand of chaos surrounding her would only make it stronger. And it worked. From the very first episode, Cancelled skyrocketed. It wasn't a slow climb. It was instant domination. Within weeks, it was topping charts in multiple countries, pulling millions of streams, and selling out live shows not just across the US, but overseas too. The formula was simple but dangerous. Brutal honesty, zero filters, and two women who weren't afraid to say what others only whispered. Beside Tana sat Brooke Schofield, once unknown, suddenly thrust into the spotlight. For some fans, Brooke was refreshing, awkward, relatable, almost the every girl next to Tana's larger-than-life persona. For others, she was suspicious from the start, especially once rumors of the Mindy situation resurfaced, reminding everyone that Brooke had once betrayed Tana in her personal life. But together, they worked. Their chemistry was undeniable, their banter magnetic, their stories wild enough to go viral every single week. Cancelled wasn't just entertainment, it was internet history in real time. And for a while, it seemed unstoppable. But beneath the laughter, the fame, and the viral clips, something darker was growing. Cracks in the friendship, subtle tensions on camera, missed uploads that fans brushed off as nothing. Until the night it all came crashing down, live and impossible to hide. Because during a live recording, Brooke slipped. Just a single careless line, a detail she never meant to reveal. It was quick, so quick that many people almost missed it. But Tana didn't. The cameras were rolling, the audience was watching, and in that instant, her entire expression shifted. Her laugh froze. Her eyes widened, and you could almost see it, the realization crashing down on her in real time. This wasn't just awkward tension. This wasn't just another fight between friends. For Tana, it was confirmation. The truth she had ignored, denied, or maybe secretly suspected, was suddenly right in front of her, spoken out loud for the world to hear. And from that moment on, nothing was the same. The energy on the show shifted. The fans turned the slip into a viral storm, and the friendship that built one of the biggest podcasts in the world began to collapse. Live, unfiltered, and impossible to take back. It happened fast. Too fast. 1 second, Brooke was laughing, rambling through her point like she always did. And then, in the middle of it all, she let something slip. Just a single sentence, small enough to sound casual, but heavy enough to shake the entire foundation of Cancelled. At first, it sounded harmless. A detail about the tour, a story about the podcast. But the way she said it, the timing, the tone, fans instantly knew it was bigger. It was something she wasn't supposed to say. And the look on Tana's face? It told everything. She froze. Her smile tightened. Her laugh turned into silence. You could practically see the gears turning in her head, connecting the dots in real time. That was the moment. The realization. Not whispered behind the scenes, not exposed in a leaked text, but right there, live, in front of millions of people. The audience didn't miss it either. Within hours, the clip was everywhere. TikTok, Twitter, Reddit threads dissecting every second of Brooke's slip. Some fans argued she had exposed a private betrayal. Others claimed it revealed how manipulative the behind-the-scenes dynamic really was. And then, there were those who swore Brooke had admitted something even darker, that she had been hiding the truth from Tana all along, until she accidentally said too much. For Tana, it was a moment she couldn't take back. You could see it on her face, shock, hurt, and then the cold realization. The friendship she thought she understood might not have been what it seemed at all. This wasn't just drama, this was a fracture, and the internet wasn't going to let it go. For Tana, the slip-up wasn't just another awkward podcast moment. It was a turning point. She didn't explode. She didn't call Brooke out on the spot. Instead, she went quiet. Too quiet. The kind of silence that says more than words ever could. Her posture changed. She leaned back, her eyes darting, her laugh forced. And fans noticed immediately. One clip zoomed in on her expression, replayed 1,000 times across TikTok, with captions like, "That's the moment she realized everything." Because Tana's entire career has been built on turning chaos into content. She thrives in drama. But this wasn't content anymore. This was personal. It was the first time the mask slipped, and the audience saw her genuinely uncomfortable. Almost as if the truth Brooke let out confirmed something Tana had been ignoring for months. And after that night, nothing about the show felt the same. The internet did what it always does. Turned a single moment into a storm. Clips of Brooke's slip spread like wildfire. Some fans claimed it exposed a betrayal. Others insisted it proved Brooke had been manipulating Tana behind the scenes for money and contracts. A few even speculated that the entire friendship had been built on lies. Theories flooded comment sections. Brooke only used Tana for fame. This proves Tana was never the main target. Brooke was playing her the whole time. That slip wasn't an accident. It was a power move. And Brooke's attempts to explain herself only fueled the fire. A vague Instagram story, a cryptic tweet, silence in moments when fans demanded answers. Every move, every word, every pause was dissected until the narrative became something neither of them could control. Meanwhile, Tana's reactions told their own story. She kept posting, but her captions were sharper. Her jokes felt colder. And when she did address the situation, it was never directly. It was through subtleties, side comments, or body language that fans swore revealed the truth. The slip had created a fracture, and now the rumors were doing the rest, tearing at the seams of the most viral podcast on the internet. It didn't take long for the fallout to spill into reality. Weeks after the viral slip-up, the canceled podcast suddenly announced it was ending. No long goodbye, no slow fade, just an abrupt finale to what had once been untouchable. Fans weren't shocked by the announcement. They were expecting it. To them, the writing had been on the wall ever since Brooke's mistake went viral. What shocked them was what came next. Tana casually suggested deleting every single episode of Cancelled, erasing the show entirely, as if it had never existed. The reaction was immediate. Comment sections exploded. Fans begged her not to erase the podcast, claiming it was proof she wanted to erase Brooke, erase the partnership, erase the very history of their friendship. And for many, that confirmed what they already suspected. The slip-up wasn't just a mistake. It was the trigger, the domino that pushed everything over the edge. Cancelled wasn't just ending, it was being buried. But here's the part nobody can agree on. Did Brooke truly slip up by accident? Careless, nervous, unthinking? Or was it deliberate? A quiet power move? A way to finally say what she'd been holding back all along? And did Tana really realize the truth in that moment? Or had she known for months, waiting for a reason to finally pull the plug? Fans still debate it, even now. Some say Tana was blindsided. Others insist she was playing the long game, waiting for Brooke to expose herself. One thing's for sure. That single moment, that one careless sentence, will forever be remembered as the night canceled began to unravel. Because sometimes, it only takes one slip to reveal everything. When Canceled finally ended, the silence was almost louder than the drama itself. Brooke faded from the spotlight, posting only scattered updates. Her once relatable energy now felt distant, cautious, like she was afraid of saying too much again. Fans who once rooted for her now questioned her every move. Was she the victim or the villain of the story? Tana, on the other hand, kept moving. She shifted focus to new projects, new content, and hinted at even bigger ventures. But even in her success, the shadow of Canceled followed her. Every new upload was met with comments like, "What really happened with Brooke?" Or, "Are you going to delete the episodes?" And that's when the strangest part began. Fans started rewatching old episodes, not just for entertainment, but for clues. Every joke was dissected, every side eye analyzed, every awkward pause framed as evidence. To them, the entire history of Canceled was no longer just a podcast. It was a trail of hidden messages leading to its inevitable end. The friendship that once looked unshakable was now nothing more than a puzzle. And the slip-up? It had become the piece that made everything click. So here we are, a podcast that ruled charts across the world, a friendship that looked like chaos but felt unbreakable, and a single live moment that tore it all apart. But the question remains. Did Brooke really reveal the truth by mistake? Or was it intentional? Was Tana truly blindsided? Or had she been waiting all along for the excuse to burn it down? The truth is, we may never know. What we do know is that Canceled didn't just collapse, it imploded, and in its ashes we're left with fragments, a viral slip-up, a strained silence, and two influencers who may never look at each other the same way again. For the fans, it's a haunting reminder. Sometimes friendships don't end in silence. Sometimes they end in front of millions of people with a single careless sentence. And maybe that's why this story still lingers. Because deep down, everyone wonders, if Brooke slipped once, what else was she hiding? And if Tana only realized the truth in that moment, what happens when the next truth finally comes out? The end of Canceled might not be the end of the story. It might only be the beginning.